Hi, it's my card and a Cuppa time, Facebook Live. I'll just find you on my laptop. Let me just find you. Okay, I think I found you. If you jump on and see me, say hi. Okay, today I'm going to play with the sale-a-bration item. That's my brushes, my blending brushes there. Okay, today I'm going to play with the sale-a-bration item, the hippos, the Hippest Hippos and the dies. I really like those. Haven't played with them enough. And I'm also going to play with something I got from the annual catalogue the other day. And it's got, they're called the Artistic Mix Decorative Masks. And they're in the annual catalogue. So this was my first play with the masks and the little hippo. Well, like, not the first play with the hippo, but the masks. Really cool. And that was just using a blending brush. So this time I'm going to use some embossing paste. So I shall put my phone up into the holder and we'll get started. So just bear with me while I do that. I need to pull that out. And zoom in a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so this is these two things are sale-a-bration items. They are both are level 1, a $90 spend. So if you spend $90, you'll get the stamp set. If you spend another $90, you can get the dies to match. So $180 spend will get you the lot, the stamp set and the dies. But you can break it down into two spends. And sale-a-bration items are only while stocks last. So just remember that if you really want something, it's best to grab it when you can afford it and and can get it while it's still available. So that's that. They've also brought out some more sale-a-bration items from the 2nd of August to the 31st of August. Now these items are in the annual and the mini catalogue, and they do have a different item number. So if you're wanting these, don't use the number in the catalogues. These are the different numbers, and that will put them onto your order, and they will be free with a $90 or $180 spend. So there's 3 embossing folders. There's the silver foil pack and the brush metallic foils pack. There's these craft gift boxes, and there's also some dies. So there's the Flowers of Home dies that matches Blessings of Home stamp set. Dots and Spots die, that's just a standalone die. There's the Daffodil dies, which match the Daffodil stamp set. And there's the Aspen Tree dies, which is in the mini catalogue, and it matches the stamp set with the big chubby bird. That's the best way to describe it. So there are more things available. So far in Australia, the only thing sold out is the Pool Party and Soft Sea foam cards and envelopes. At the moment, everything else is still available. So that's good to know. But it's the hippos we're going to play with. And I got the hippos because of the ballerina one. I thought I could make some really cute cards for my daughter who teaches ballet and who is a ballerina. And I had to have the hippos. They're just so cute. So this is the first card I made using the masks. So let me show you the masks. And I'll get the annual catalogue. The masks are on page 128. So they're down the bottom here, called the Artistic Mix Decorative Masks. So you get 5 masks. So you get this squarish one. I don't know what you'd call it. This one. This one, and that's the one I used on the card. Where's the card gone? It's hiding. There you go. That's the one I used on the card. And I just got my blue blending brush, and I didn't even re-ink it. I just used whatever ink was on it and just went over the mask and got that nice background. So that's that one. And then there's this other big check one. And then there's these two. So, and in the packaging, oops, I got the cutouts, so I don't know whether I was meant to get those, and I'm not sure what I'd do with them, but anyway. But these, I guess, are like a, instead of like a punch or a die, you could use that to stamp your sentiment inside. We might even give that a whirl too. So let me just pop this back in here. So I'm going to use this one. So let me pop them all away. And my catalogue away. And I shall show you, I had a little play with the embossing paste. So that's with the blending brushes. I've just got all my bits here for my card that we're going to make. I've already stamped some hippos, but I had a little play with the shimmery, is that what it's called? Shimmery white embossing paste. And I just put a drop of So Saffron Re-Inker on it. And I put it skew width on the cardstock. So I put it skew width. But I will do it straight this time for my card. But that's what it came up like. Really cool. You don't have to use Re-Inker, but I wanted some colour because I was going on to white cardstock. If you're going on to coloured cardstock, let me just find in my little bits and pieces tray that I have on my desk that I throw things into. So this is some just matte embossing paste. It's just called embossing paste. White onto coloured cardstock. So that was just Jade, one of the retired in colours. It's just a really interesting thing to use the embossing paste because it's just a different sort of texture that you can get for your cards. So pop that over there. I'll pop that there. So we'll do our embossing paste first because I want to now I don't know where I've put, here it is. I want to let that dry so then we can move on and do die cutting. So I'll put that up there, and I might get some scrap paper just because I get a bit carried away with my embossing paste. Now it's best to tape your mask down onto your paper. So I'm just trying to work out. It's a bit hard with white on white, isn't it? Okay. I'll do that, and I've got some tape here which I shall use. I might even get a little bit more just in case. Just to secure the mask down. Now I am going to bring in a silicone mat, and now the embossing paste is in the annual catalogue, and it is on page 128 as well. Yes, up here, number 1. So the embossing paste, the matte finish is $14 for the tub, and the shimmery white is $15.75 for the pot of embossing paste. So it's just another thing to play with in your stash of crafting things. So this is a new one. I've just opened it this morning, and I'll just get my palette knives. The palette knives are on the same page, 128 I think it was. Now I don't take this silver foil off completely because the paste can dry out and I tend to try and keep it as moist as I can. If it does dry out, you can put a little bit of water from the tap into it and mix it around and sort of bring it back to life. But yeah, if you can try, this is my matte one, and I've got a piece of Glad wrap in between the lid and the opening, just to try and keep the air out of it and keep it from drying out too much. Because I tend to not get my embossing paste out that regularly, which I should, because it's fun. So I'm just going to get a little bit onto my palette knives and put it on my silicone sheet. I think that should be enough, because I'm going to just thinking what colour. I did this one, it was so saffron. I'm just thinking what colour. My card base is Balmy Blue. Let's have a look. I could do it like a pinky colour, couldn't I? Just for a change. Petal pink. Let's do petal pink. So that's going to be nice and pastel-y. Okay. So what you do is you just put, you can use your re-inkers. You can also use the chalks. I think the re-inkers are easier. So I'm just going to mix that around to blend the colour in. And as I said, if you're doing it on coloured cardstock, you can just use it as is. You don't have to put some colouring into it. And then you just get your, what are these things called again? Palette knives. That's the word I was looking for. And you just put it across the mask. So I'm going to do this whole piece of white cardstock. So just make it, I'm making my background. So it's just something fun to do. And it's using some different crafting tools that you might have in your kit, craft kits. So I hope everyone's having a nice day today. It's Friday. I love Fridays. Don't have to work on a Friday, so I'm lucky. So now I'm just going to sort of scrape it all off. Well, not all off, but to try and get it like even. Oops, don't want to bring my head in. Okay. And if you've got leftover, grab another piece and do another one. Like I've got some left over there. I won't do that for the purpose of today's live. But grab another piece of cardstock and do another mask onto it before the embossing paste dries. So now I'm just gonna, I think I'll just put those straight into the bin. Okay, so I'm just trying to carefully peel that off. There we go. So this just cleans up, run it under the tap, give it a wipe with a hand towel or a washer. So there's a little bit of mess involved, but not that bad. So that's our background. That looks really nice. So I'm going to just put that to one side and let that dry off. You can hit it with a heat tool, but we don't have to do that because I've got a colour in my hippo and do some die cutting. So I am going to use the same hippo as I used on this card, and I've got light and dark smoky slate, and I've got dark petal pink. So we'll start with the dark smoky slate. The brush end on my dark one's gone a bit yuck from class usage, so I'm just using the bullet end. It's a shame when the brush tip sort of gets past its use by date because you sort of miss that part of your blending brush. So I do dark first and then I do my light and I blend in the dark. I just sort of go over it and blend the two in to get a bit of a... I mean, when you're only using a couple of colours, it's hard to... So I'll try my brush tip, but it is a bit off. And it is a bit fat. So I just go around the edges where I want the darkness or the shadow. I've gone out of my lines there a little bit, but I'll show you how you can fix that. Okay, so I'll get my light smoky slate and I just do circular motions to blend the dark and the light together. If you've got a line, just keep going over that line to blend it together. And I'm just going to do his little arms or legs or extremities. I've got a sunny day here on the Central Coast, so that's nice. It was a bit funny this morning, a bit iffy this morning, but it's got sunny now. Now, if you have gone out of the lines like me, just get your colour lifter and just sort of erase it, and you'll see that it just puts some alcohol there to lift that off. Okay, now I'm just going to use my light smoky slate for his belly. So I had to go to the eye specialist this morning and have all sorts of eye tests to see how my eyes were going. I really hate the drops they put in your eyes because it just... my husband knows what opens up the iris or something so they can see in behind it, or I don't know, something like that. And I hate them. So then I'm just going to get the colour lifter and go over the tummy and the face to make even the light smoky slate lighter. And I just do circular motions. I find that works best. If I'm not happy with it, I can just go back and fix it up. I'm not happy with the colour lifter down here, so I'll just try again. But I am going to cut him out. Yeah, so it takes almost the whole day for my eyes to get focusing again. And it's just annoying, and I hate it. But anyway, so I'm actually doing August with my little puppy dog. For the month of August, we're walking 30 minutes every day, and for the guide dogs, and we're raising money for guide dog puppies to be trained. So Rosie has her little paudometer, and off we go every day for a walk, which is good fun. So if anybody would like to sponsor me, that'd be great. So I'll cut my little hippo out first. So I think it's this one. It is. And I am using my metallic plate, which is really going bad now. I hope they can work out how to make one that doesn't have these problems. Magnetic plate. I think I said magnetic. I might have said metallic. I can't remember. Okay. So that's my little hippo. It's my little hippo cut out. I've got him a bit offside, but that's okay. And now I'm going to cut out, I'll show you my magnetic plate. See how it's coming apart? And that's why they had to withdraw it from sale. Don't know if you can see that. But I like it so much. Anyway, so I've got a whole lot of scraps here that I'm going to cut all my little bits and pieces out with. So I want a boat this time. Just got to get the die off the... Oh, there we go. So I want a boat. And I want some sunglasses for my hippo. There we go. And I want a life raft. Not a life raft, a life ring. Oh. That was going to be yellow, I decided. And I want an umbrella. So I'll show you all the dies again when I can get everything in camera. I want an umbrella. So this is just all scraps. So that will do to start with, because I think I want a couple of other things. I'll just wind them all through. So there's my little life ring. I'll just get him out of the die. Hang on, there we go. It's a bit fiddly, but they're just fun to play with and make all these different little bits and pieces. These are the sunglasses. So I want another pair of black sunglasses, and I'll show you why in a minute. This is the boat. It's got some little... So I've done that in the brushed metallic foil. I just thought that would be a cute thing to do. This is the umbrella, because I thought she could hold an umbrella in her hand to stop the sunburn. It's like scene building stamp sets, but you're building the scene with the dies. Not unlike the tree for sale dies with the caravan. Okay, get that. And I want some black for the insides of the sunglasses, but I also want some silver. Because there is a little die that's the propeller on the back of the boat. I couldn't work out what this was, and I thought maybe it's a flower. But then I had a little look at the brochure, the sale-a-bration brochure, and I realised that it wasn't a flower, it was the propeller. So we'll put that there. And I think that's all the die. Oh no, I know one more thing I want to do. That's right, I remember now. Whoop. So I've got these sunglasses. So I could have had all this pre-cut, but I thought it would be fun for you to see all the different little dies that come with it. In case it... Oh, that's my propeller. In case it's sort of encouraged you to want them. Okay, so there's one more thing I want to do, and that's some ocean. Oop. Okay, so this is sort of like the waves, and I am going to do that in a darker blue. I'm wondering if Bermuda Bay would be all right. Nah, don't like Bermuda. Oh, look at this nice. I'm wanting something to go with the balmy blue. Oh. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do 1980. That will work. So I might do 3 of these. I don't know if I want 3, but I'll do 3. So if you're using the embossing paste, it's a good idea to... Oh, okay, so that doesn't cut right out. I see, I didn't realise that. Okay, I getcha. Okay, back to plan B. So I will just do a few of these, but then I will cut them. If you're using your embossing paste for a background, do that first and then let it dry whilst you're cutting a whole lot of other things. I think I'll cut these in apart. So although if I cut them apart, it should work. Yeah, no, that will work. It's when you haven't played with the die and you realise it doesn't do what you thought it was going to do, it's a bit strange. Okay, so they just cut the top, but I'm going to get my trimmer and cut up here. So I'll put that there. And one more thing, I think we need some hearts, and I've got a little bit of red left, and look at that, fits perfectly. So some of these scraps have got adhesive sheet on the back, which will be helpful. Others don't, so I'll have to use glue or some kind of adhesive. Now where's my, there it is, my pick tool. So we're using the, anybody who's just jumped on, we're using the Hippo stamp set from Sale-a-bration and the decorative masks in the annual catalogue to create a little scene. Okay, so let's bring back in our, yep, that's pretty dry. I mean, it could be a little bit drier, so we might just hit it with the heat gun. That's just dried it off a little bit more. So we shall bring our card base in, which is balmy blue, and this is going to be our matting piece. And I've got a deckled rectangle die from those dies. They're great dies to have. They like the stylish shapes and the circles and the stitched rectangles. Always great to have these sorts of shapes in your craft supplies. Hi Deb. How are you? Is your cold all better? I just got to make sure this isn't folded over very well, so let me just fix that up. Okay, that's better. So I think that's better. Okay, so we're going to create a little scene now. To start with our ocean, I might use my scissors to cut that first. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of ocean happening. Oh, that's good. Nothing worse. And okay, so I've just altered that die to give me my little bits of ocean for my boat to sit in. So let me just have a little look. Okay. I'm just sort of thinking how I'm going to do this, because this die was different to what I thought it was going to be. So I'm just sort of playing whether I should just put one. Where's my little boat? Okay, let's put our boat down. I don't think that's got any sticky sheet on the back, so let's just do glue. And put it down like this. Oh, no, I've got to put my little hippo in first. Oh dear. Wait. Hippo goes in the boat. Okay. Now we can do the boat. Oh, that was a good save. Okay. I might need a tissue to mop up my glue. Okay. Oops. And we could do our ocean along like this. Yes. So, a little bit of glue. I'll move that up for you. Very much scene building, but with the dies. Just hold that down for a bit. And I wonder if we should put another one. Yes, let's do that. We might cut that off a little bit though. Come on, Danny, come. Oh, a bit of glue spurtage. So we'll just move that up. Okay, so I will cut this off. There we go. Okay, so the next thing we've got is an umbrella, and it did have some, where have I put my pokey tool? There it is, found it. It did have some adhesive sheet on the back. So we shall put that so she can put her umbrella over her head so she doesn't get sunburnt. Just getting a bit of glue off there. Sorry about this. Okay, that's better. Okay, so that's that. We have a little life ring that can go on the front of the boat, and it had sticky on it too, sticky sheets. So let me just get the backing off that. Because, you know, safety first. I wonder if we should put it like this. Okay. And then we've got our little propeller for the back of the boat. It didn't have sticky sheet because these were all just scraps that I've used. So, you know what? I might even put that up on a little tiny, no, that's going to be too big. A little tiny piece of dimensional. That's not even tiny enough. So I'm just cutting down the edge here. So very fiddly little card today, but it's cute and fun. And who can't help but have fun? So that's the little propeller. So we've got the life ring on. We've got, what's that? Oh, that came out of the life ring. Okay, so we've got the sunglasses next. Now I shall get my little silicone mat out for this. And when you haven't got adhesive on the back of your little dies that you want to attach, this is the best way. Little sponge with a bulldog clip and just dab 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 and get some glue on it and put them on her face. Okay. Oh, well, that didn't work, did it? Hang on. There we go. That's because I've got glue on my fingers as well. Okay, and now we've got the sunglasses from the black ones that we cut. We've got that on sticky, but we're getting the lenses out and we're going to put those on so she looks like she's the real part with her sunnies on. But I can't get it off. See, I've got glue on my fingers now too, so that means it's a bit tricky. Okay, so the adhesive sheet is great for some things. So I shall keep those other little sunnies for another card. That, and then I don't think we need any more ocean, so we'll bring our shimmer embossing paste decorative mask thingy back in. And I shall put my glue back away, but I do have some hearts which have adhesive sheet. There should be 3 hearts somewhere. There it is. It's tiny, 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 tiny. So I don't think we need any more water, so I'll keep that too. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on the back of my matting sheet. Because it's a fiddly card, I've gone over the half hour, so sorry about that, guys. I always try to keep them to half an hour. But sometimes, if you're doing a few techniques and fiddly dies, it goes over. Okay, so as that, I shall put some dimensionals on the back of this. I've got some leftovers I'm still using up. I've got my little mini launch tomorrow. Only got 4 ladies coming, but that's all right. 4's good crowd. Going to make a couple of projects using products from the new catalogue and have some afternoon tea, have some fun. Okay, so I'm just going to attach this in the center. So my classes are all up on my blog, stampingpassion.blogspot.com. So if you want to have a look at any classes that I'm doing, go there and have a look at what's on. I have an online card class running for the month of August. I'll show you that when we've completed our card. And that's with the $50 product order. I'm just trying to work out where to put this. I might put it over this side because the umbrella is sort of heavy on that side. So with any $50 product order, you'll get this class mailed out to you, the card kit and a link to a video tutorial. And if you spend $90 or more, you'll get the card kit as well as a sale-a-bration item of your choice. So I might put that one there, and then there's this tiny weeny one, which is going to be so hard to get the backing off. Oh dear. Okay. And where will I put him? Maybe here. Okay, so I'll finish this card off with a sentiment from the Hippo set. So this is the Hippo set that we've used from sale-a-bration. The stamp set is with a $90 spend, and the dies are with another $90 spend. So you can get both for $180. This is my little stash of dies that if I don't use, I just put them in a little bag and put them inside the stamp set. The masks I used for both cards. This one was just with a blending brush over the top of the mask, and this one I used the embossing paste. So I've still got a little bit here, which I'll quickly get onto a mask. So this is the shimmery white embossing paste. You can mix that, you can use it by itself, or you can mix it with a few drops of a re-inker or the chalks. You can scrape some of the chalk colouring into it. So it's sort of quite multi-purpose. And these are the masks in the annual catalogue, $17.50. So there's that one. That one's the one I use for that card. There's this one, and there's this one. Actually, that's what we can do. I'll get a insert. And we shall. So these ones are like speech bubble type things. That's all I can think they're for sentiment. That's what I'm thinking they're for. So we can put that in there, and I'll grab a piece of tape just to tape it down. And I shall get my blue and just put some colour. So It's a way of decorating your inside of your card as well as your outside. Okay, so I didn't have to re-ink that brush because it had enough blue on it. Okay, and now we will get Light of Navy, and I shall get You Really Are the Best. That's what I'll get. Make sure that's straight. Okay. Now it's a bit crooked, but not too bad. Not too bad. And I shall put that in there. And that's another use for those masks as well. I probably will put Love You a Ton on the front. I'll use that little stamp for the greeting on the front. You Really Are the Best. So they're my two cards for today. That was my little sample with some So Saffron ink put into it. Okay, and this one was using a blending brush, the decorative mask. So I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, my online class. That's right. Let's go back to that. So these are my cards for my online class. So as I said, a $50 order or more, and you'll get this card kit posted out to you. I'm trying to work it so that you can see all of them. Yeah, this card kit will get posted out to you, and a link to a video tutorial. If you spend $90, you'll get this card kit posted out to you and your choice of a sale-a-bration item for free. So that's for the month of August. Please use this host code. Attach that to your order. That'd be really great. And that's my card and a cuppa for today. Hope you enjoyed the little hippos and the decorative masks. It's a bit of fun. And I'll see you on Monday for Makeup Monday. Thanks for watching.